Come explore with us as we learn about Ensenada, visit La Bufadora, and sample delicious, authentic Mexican tacos.
As we were sitting down to dinner the night before, we said goodbye to Catalina. By the next morning, we had covered the approximately 150 miles to arrive at the port of Ensenada. Mia was full of energy after our delicious breakfast at the Windjammer Buffet, and she felt that some morning calisthenics were in order to get the day started. As we disembarked the ship, we were greeted by a very friendly sea lion.
Here we are in Ensenada. We just got off the boat or the ship. We're walking around for a little bit. Our tour is in about 45 minutes. So we just got on the bus for the La Bufadora tour. There's Aria. You excited?
Yes.
All right. There's Mommy and Mia. A lot of people in here on this bus. It is really hot outside, and this bus is air conditioned, which is really nice. So feel the instant relief. All right, we're looking forward to it.
At the port, we met our wonderful tour guide Oliver and hopped on board our bus for the 1-hour drive to La Bufadora.
I got a lifeboat out there.
As we were leaving the port, we could see the lifeboats being tested. Lifeboats are often lowered while a ship is in port to train the crew and test whether the lifeboats are in working condition. On large cruise ships, lifeboats can hold up to 370 passengers. In addition to being entertaining, our tour was also educational. Oliver showed us one of the monumental flags, part of a program to inspire patriotism.
30 feet tall. It's the third tallest in the world. Yeah. The first one is in Mexico City. The second is in Texas. And here in our left, we have one of our oldest buildings. It was built in the 1930s. It's the Hotel Rivera. In that time, it was a hotel and a casino. And now it's a cultural center. There you can have your quinceañeras, your weddings. Also, you have the opportunity to have like a small tour there. You can see how the casinos work before. You can see like halls in the second floor where the security were looking if someone were cheating. In that time, it's only words. I mean, you cannot prove that you weren't cheating. So if they said so, you were. Also, there we have the races. Someone have been here in Ensenada before? Like two? Okay, Ensenada is known like the capital world of the races. World capital. Sorry, my English is not too formal. And then there is the Baja 1000, 1500. It's a race where they race all the Baja to La Paz and the way back. It's really cool if you like races, and you can take pictures with the cars, with the drivers, with the people. That's why it's known by the world capital of the off-road. We also have like tours in the ATVs where you can go to the off-road and get a lot of sun, and it's really cool. Also, there in the Hotel Rivera, we have the Bar Andaluz, is where we presume that they made the first margarita of the world. They made it. They have the bar open now, and it's really good margarita if you want to try it. And it's like 10 minutes far from your ship, so I think you will have time. The side of the pancake place, we have our military base, and yeah, a lot of military live there. We don't have like big houses around where they can live, so they live in base there. I mean, you will see it. In Spanish, it's like beach beauty beach, and sadly, it's one of the dirtiest beaches in the world. I mean, not from Mexico, from the world. And you will see some people in there. They don't mind. I mean, but yeah, you will see like there is some like signs that says that you cannot go inside. We have another beaches, better beaches. And this one sadly is our main beach. Well, now looks like it's open, but I wouldn't recommend you to go in. For those who never been in Ensenada, Ensenada is known for seafood, craft beer, wine, and La Bufadora. You will see La Bufadora is like a blowhole. It's not a geyser because it doesn't have hot water. It's all natural. It's the biggest one in the world. There is another bigger in Australia, but it's not natural, so it doesn't count. And you will see there is a lot of souvenirs, restaurants, a lot of things to do in La Bufadora. And before we get there, I will give you some recommendations, like a tourism, honest recommendation, because you will see that they see tourism, they will go high, and if they say 100, you can say 20, and they will like, okay, let's get 25. Something like that. But it's always like that in places in tourism. You know how it is. But here is not different. One building is from the state and the other one is from Ensenada. You know, the state of Baja California is divided by Mexicali, Tijuana, and Ensenada. The main city is Mexicali. For those who've been in Mexicali, it's really hot. I don't know why they put it like the main, but you know, it is what it is. And in our right, we have our airport, military airport, and there we don't have planes. I mean, if you wanna go to United States, we have one plane that carry like 3 people. Yeah, but it's the military base, but airport. And yeah, in the pandemic, we only can go to United States for international flights, and that was how we can do it, like in a plane with 3 people.
Oliver showed us a 50 peso bill, the equivalent of about $2.50. When the bills were first released, they were not circulating as expected, so the Bank of Mexico did some research and found out that people thought the bills were too pretty to spend. On our ride to La Bufadora, we learned a little about tuna farming in Ensenada. Bluefin tuna are caught and stored in circular pens for 4 to 9 months until they have the right amount of fat. Then they are sacrificed and sold. Oliver told us a funny joke about a shark that got caught in a tuna pen. He had free breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Once we arrived at La Bufadora, we disembarked our tour bus and walked past numerous vendors and restaurants to get to the blowhole. There was a tequila tasting room, a zoo housed in a restaurant, and more food samples than Costco. Oliver had kindly given us tips on the location of the cleanest restrooms and also told us which restrooms were free since many of them charge a fee.
So I'm seeing a lot of San Diego Padres gear. I'm pretty sure it's not officially licensed though.
Those things. And the mystery of La Bufadora is that in December to April we have visits. We have visits from the whales, and you can come to Ensenada and take some boat, and you will see the whales like hanging around. They come to the cold waters in the north, and they go to the hot waters in the south. And one day the whales were like hanging around, more than 100 whales. One baby whale went like looking around alone, and the baby whale got stuck between the rocks, and she was trying to asking for some help, like taking the water high and then higher and higher to see if someone were looking at her. And with the time, the whale got convinced with the rocks, and that's why it's La Bufadora.
What do you think?
I really like it.
All right, where are we at?
We're at Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
Ensenada.
Ensenada. And what did we just see?
We just saw
La Bufadora?
yes.
All right, now we're having a little bit of tacos. And where are we at? Lydia's. The tacos were delicious, and we had a great time on our tour of Ensenada. Thanks again to our tour guide, Oliver. But sadly, it was time to reboard our ship and head back home.
Thanks for exploring with us. Please like our video and subscribe to our channel.